Hello, my dear students. I know your exams are just around the corner, and sometimes this chapter on federalism can feel a little complicated. But don't you worry at all. In the next few minutes, we are going to revise this entire chapter so simply you'll remember it forever. Let's get started.
So, first things first, have you ever just stopped and wondered, how does a country like India, so huge, so full of different languages, cultures, and people, actually work? How do we all manage to stay together, united and happy? What's the secret sauce?
Well, the secret, my bacho, is to think of India like one giant happy joint family. You know what I mean? Dadaji, Dadiji, your parents, uncles, aunts, and all the cousins living together. Federalism is nothing but the family rulebook that helps everyone in this huge family live together peacefully.
So let's open up this family rulebook, shall we? Section 1. What is federalism? We need to get this definition just right for your exams.
It's really simple. Federalism is a system where power isn't in just one person's hands. It's divided. In our big family, you have the head of the family, right? Let's say Dadaji. He's like the central government. And then you have your parents, who manage their part of the house. They're like our state governments. So power is shared. Now, what's the opposite of this? A unitary system. Think of it like a very strict school principal who makes every single rule for the entire school. In contrast, our federal system is like our family, where power is shared and everyone gets to have a say in how things are run. Much better, right?
So, what are the most important rules in our family rulebook? First, there are different levels or tiers of government. Second, each level has its own specific area of control. That's a key word, jurisdiction. Third, our Constitution itself guarantees this power sharing. And what if Dadaji and your parents have a little disagreement? Well, the Supreme Court acts like an umpire to solve the fight. The whole point of this is to keep the country united while respecting everyone's individual identity. Okay, so we've got the rules. But how does our big Indian family actually share all the duties and responsibilities? Let's take a look. Now, India is what we call a holding together federation. This just means our big country decided to divide its power between the states and the center to manage everything better. So in our family, Dadaji, the central government, is just a little more powerful to make sure the whole family stays strong and together. So what are Dadaji's big duties? These are things that affect the entire family, the whole country. Things like defending our home, that's defense. Managing the family's total wealth, that's banking and currency. And talking to the neighbors, that's foreign affairs. Only the union government can handle these big issues. Next up, the state list. These are the daily duties of the parents. You know, things that are important for their part of the house, like maintaining peace and order with the police, handling the local market through trade, and taking care of the kitchen garden, which is like agriculture. The state governments handle all of this. And finally, we have something really interesting, the concurrent list. Think of these as our family projects. These are things where both Dadaji and the parents need to work together. Things like your education, taking care of the family's shared spaces like forests, and big decisions like marriage. Both governments can make laws on these subjects. Okay, exam alert. Here's a quick question for you. Which list does education belong to? Think about it. Is it union, state, or concurrent? The concurrent list. If you got that right, shabash, you're absolutely correct. Both the central and state governments work together on our education. Well done. You know, having a rule book is one thing, but making sure everyone follows it and stays happy is the real challenge. So let's see how federalism has actually worked in India to solve problems. Just look at these two maps. On the left, India in 1947, and on the right, India today. So many new states. Creating states based on language was a masterstroke. It's like giving everyone in the big family their own comfortable room, where they can speak their own language. This didn't break our country. It actually made us stronger. And speaking of language, this can cause big fights in a family, right? But our leaders were very wise. We don't have one single national language. Hindi is the official language, but we also officially recognize and respect 22 other scheduled languages. This way, everyone feels included. And this isn't just my opinion. Your own textbook has this quote, which says that this flexibility helped us avoid the kind of terrible problems that our neighbors Sri Lanka faced. It shows just how important this respectful approach was. So we've talked about Dadaji, the center, and your parents, the states.
But in India, federalism goes even deeper. It brings power right into your hands, into your own neighborhood. It's like having rules for your own room.
I'm sure you've seen this cartoon from your textbook. It explains the idea perfectly. The government is like a three-tiered train coach. The union government is the top berth, the state government is the middle berth, and the local government, that's the lower berth, closest to us, the people. And this process has a special name. It's called decentralization. Please remember this word for your exam. It just means taking some power from the central and state governments and giving it to local governments, like panchayats in villages and municipalities in cities. Because who knows the problems in your own gully better than you?
And a really big step for decentralization happened in 1992. After this change, regular elections for local bodies became compulsory. Seats were reserved for SCs, STs, and OBCs to ensure everyone gets a voice. And, this is amazing, at least 1/3 of all seats were reserved for women. This really brought power to the grassroots level.
All right, bachos, we're almost done. Let's do a super quick final revision to make sure you get full marks on any question from this chapter. Here is your magic cheat sheet. Here it is, your federalism family cheat sheet. It's so simple. Federalism is the rule book. The union government is Dadaji. The state government is your parents. And the local government, that's you and your cousins, solving problems in your own space. And the lists are just their duties. If you remember this, you'll remember the whole chapter.
So see, federalism isn't that scary or complicated after all. It's just India's amazing way of managing its huge, diverse, and wonderful family. I really hope you're feeling much more confident now. You are totally prepared. Go and rock your exams. All the very best.